my page. Today I'm making a butternut squash soup, and right now what you'll see is me cutting up all the ingredients for it. There's a large butternut squash. These things are really difficult to cut. But I made it through. That end piece, that really gave me the most difficulty. But I got it off. Now once I split that in half, I'm gonna set it to the side and set it on my pan. And see, with butternut squash or any kind of squash, pumpkin, acorn squash, you have to gut them, remove the seeds and like the fibrous part. But I'm gonna leave some of the fibrous part, and I'm gonna roast off the seeds. Excuse me. Now, of course, I forgot to even mention what all that I have to put in the soup. So this is just a recipe, a random recipe that I thought about making. I didn't get any inspiration from any other recipe. So what I did was I took 3 small potatoes, 1 medium-sized red onion, 2 small Honeycrisp apples, 1 large butternut squash, olive oil, cinnamon, garlic powder, nutmeg, salt and pepper, and a little bit of ginger. These things aren't shown here yet. here, right here, you'll see that I put it on the olive oil, the black pepper, the pink Himalayan salt, garlic powder, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger. Now I'm just drizzling the olive oil over top of all the vegetables, and then I'm going to apply the cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger to the butternut squash, onions, and apples. And then everything gets salt and pepper. And that's all the potatoes have on is salt and pepper. That's just my preference. I didn't want to have a sweet sweet potato. I left out the measurements of the seasonings. I did about maybe 1.5 ounces of the olive oil and about 2 teaspoons of all of the seasonings. Yeah, that's about it. Make sure that you set your oven to 350. I put mine on 360 just because. Here's some of the roasted butternut squash seeds that I seasoned. Once you place your vegetables in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes or until it's fork tender, you can take them out. I took half of the ingredients out because the butternut squash wasn't fully cooked, so I let it cook another 10 minutes. Then I started to take the butternut squash out, and what I'm going to do is spoon it out and place it in the blender. Place all the ingredients in the blender. I also added a 1/4 cup of cream cheese and about a tablespoon of plant-based butter. You don't have to use plant-based, that's what I had, so that's what I use. Oh yeah, and I also used about 1.25 cups per blend. You'll see what I'm saying in just a moment. So I'm gonna have to blend this in 2 separate parts because that squash was huge. And don't judge me on my container to use to hold this squash soup, please. Thank you. Now I did take the blender and put a little bit more water in it just to get the rest of the remnants of the soup out of it, but it's not required. That's just something that I did. Here's the finished product. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make a butternut squash soup.